Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. I'm Evil Mike, and this is some more reviews from the comics that came out on 7/7/2021. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's part 3. I have 4 more comics that I read. Today was really busy. I didn't get out of work until like 5:30 in the morning. It is now like a little after 12 o'clock. I need to go to sleep, but so I'm gonna do this as quick as possible. First up from Marvel, X-Men #1. I actually thought it was really good. I want to say the first couple pages. Now, backstory: I haven't read X-Men since the all new X-Men, which was like what 10 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that. I don't know anything about Krakoa, the vampires, none of that. I just got a flash, some art. In the beginning of the story, it catches up with this guy and what he's doing. I don't really know who he is, so I'm not going to go into that. It doesn't really like catch you up what they have been doing, but it does start out, and the X-Men have put this treehouse in Manhattan as their new base in Manhattan, away from Krakoa. It is connected to Krakoa. Some kind of portal system or something. You can see like Cyclops kind of walk into it. He's talking to Ben Ulrich. He's like a reporter from the Daily Planet. We get, basically back at the X Mansion. All of a sudden, like, or not X Mansion, I guess Tree Mansion or whatever they're calling it now. But all of a sudden, like, something flies in the sky in New York. The X-Men first to check it out. It ends up being some weird type of alien thing. The new group of X-Men end up battling it out. I will say that, at all of them, the one that I'm not familiar with was Sync. I mean, at first, his powers were kind of confusing, and I'm still not 100% on him. But after it got going, some of it kind of made sense, that he can sync up with other powers or something like that. I don't quite understand it, because his name is Sync. But they do build this, like, X-Mech. And I'm trying not to do a super evolved review on this comic, but they build this X-Mech, kind of do like a Power Rangers type thing, team up, they beat this robot, like, alien thing. It does jump forward, and they show us who sent this alien thing, and it reminds me a lot of like Mojo, and the Mojo verse, and what he was doing about, like, he would kidnap different heroes and stuff like that, or different people from different planets, and do a TV show. It seems like this is what this is. I don't know who this guy is, Cordyceps Jones, but they show him right here. He's like in these panels right here. I will say he's really cool. If y'all know who he is, kind of looks like the Shadow King, kind of looks like a symbiote. I'm not positive, but it looks like he's going to be like a new villain going forward. They do show some other villains. They show this guy in the background. He's experimenting, kind of like in a Mr. Sinister type of way. I don't know who this guy is. I don't think they state his name. But for a first read and the reintroduction into the X-Men, honestly, I really loved it. The art was really good. I heard some people diss the writer, Dugan. I actually thought it was really good. At first couple pages, I was a little skeptical, and it got going. And, I wouldn't say I'm, like, caught up with everything. It didn't do that. Both Amazing Spider-Man #70, the issue that was, supposedly the jump-on point, and X-Men, I wouldn't say they did a real good justice of catching us up to people that, if that was your first X-Men, oh, no. I will say the 90s, version of the relaunch of the X-Men was how you do it. They kind of, set up the characters, this book didn't really do that. They didn't even, it wasn't until, like, it got going is where I saw Sync's name. I think you get a couple panels of him, and then you get his name, and I was like, okay, well, that's somebody I'm supposed to know, and then they gave us his name. But overall, I want to give it like for a art-wise A. If I had to review the comic and give it a grade, I'd say like a really B+. It was a fun read. I was really excited. I was really nervous about it, actually. Next up from Black Mask Studios, or Black Mask, I don't know if they have a studio, but is God Killer #8. And this ended up in my box. I actually picked up this, which is a continuation of the story, so I'm glad the guy threw this in my box. Shout out to my LCS guy. This is a really quick read, and I was completely lost because this is issue 8, and I'm assuming it says volume 1 and 2, so I'm guessing it was like 4 issues with volume 1 and 4 issues with volume 2. There's not a lot of explanation at this point. You're supposed to be like, you know, following through, but I mean, basically in this story, it's like these two girls, and they're talking about like this girl's with the colored face. She's making this plea that she wants to save this guy that she knows, Tommy, and he's been infected with something like where he's got spiders inside of him, and they have a certain amount of time where the spiders are going to explode and come out of his body. They have went to some dragon cave, and they killed some, like, you can kind of see it, I think it's over here, but you can kind of, they're carrying like a dragon's head. They're going to this place where they can sell the dragon's head. It's kind of like a bounty hunter or something like that. She also has this box that the girl needs, and she's supposed to take this box to, you know, somebody to get the antidote to save this guy Tommy. That this one girl, and it's this girl with the colored face, she's the one that wants to save Tommy. The other one kind of seems like a bounty hunter or something like that. Eventually in this deal, they do make they go to this place, and like basically a black market pawn shop, you know, something like that, and they try and sell the dragon's head. The guy didn't want it because the bounty was alive and not dead, so it's basically trash at this point. They do, this girl, the main girl, and she has a really weird name. It doesn't pop up in this one. I think it pops up in the next book that I will talk about. But basically, this book, she makes a deal to like surgically remove her eyes and to pay for that box. So she basically gets the box that she needs to, you know, trade for the guy Tommy to get the antidote. But basically, it's like there's not too much more into that. It's a really quick story. Supposedly, this is a story that came out like 2012, and this is like, I guess their redone version. Like they're trying to, you know, it's like their real relaunch of the story or something. Maybe it was like a crowdfund, and it took them this long to get it going. I will say, like, the art was like a B plus. But the story, it was enough where like I wasn't too lost, but at the same time, because I'm not a big fan of jumping on a book like issue 8 and not knowing the whole story. I will say this was the one I wanted to read. I highly suggested this to a lot of people, and it was really good. Now I can't show off a lot of this book. This was from Black Mask, issue number 1. This is God Killer Tomorrow's Ashes, and this is basically volume 3 of the story. I will say this is done right. In the very first page, it catches you up with the whole story from volume 1 and 2. And the girl's name is Half Pipe. Is this girl? Like I said, she had a weird name, Half Pipe, like skateboard terms. And the other girl is, I think it is Soledad. That is the like bounty hunter type girl or whatever. But basically, at this point, we're continuing that story. They have the box. They are taking it back to this kind of like kingpin, so to say. She is featured right here. And I won't be able to show all this book because, all warnings aside, this series does offer nudity. It has nudity in the book. I mean, you can kind of tell right there. But there's kind of a thing. They don't go into it, but there's a thing in this book where they talk about sex magic. If that kind of implies anything about the nudity, there's not. I mean, there's no sex or anything like that, but like kind of like that. They put the X's, I guess, to be nice, but she just doesn't have the X's when they show her like that. I'm gonna try and show you a lot of the art because the art in this book is a lot better. It's like it got more defined. The story in this book was really good compared to the other issue because it's more fleshed out. But basically, she's taking that box to this girl. You know, it's like a girl kingpin. I think it's a girl. You know, to exchange for the antidote. They even make a joke about like the kingpin is like, oh, I don't even have the antidote. The spiders should have hatched by now. You know, your guy's dead. I have to skip some pages because there is some nudity. But basically, we get like Tommy's side of the story, and Tommy has woken up after like being infected with the spiders or whatever, and like the last he remembers was his arm was taken off by something. I don't know that part of the story, but he has woken up and he does have both arms, and basically this person that found him, this scientist or whatever, is saying, oh, you just had a bad dream, your arm's still there, you know, that never happened. And somehow Tommy figures out that he does have like a fake arm, that there's metal underneath, it's not real bones and stuff like that. They're trying to get some dreams out of Tommy. I don't know the dream part, but they're trying to like inject him and do hypnosis and all kind of stuff. Like I said, the art is a lot more pronounced in this book. The guy does a really good job with guys, man. The guys in this book look super badass, and for some reason the women kind of get like a Eon Flux kind of look, which I don't know. Overall, for a first issue, especially like me jumping onto the issue, it was really good. I mean, it was decent. You know, I wouldn't say it was the best comic I've ever read, but for a #1 issue and me not knowing the story, it was really good. Last but not least, this is a comic that I really stressed people, and it's another time it paid off. It was an awesome read. This is Black Caravan #1, Scout Comics imprint. That's their horror like side of Scout Comics. This is Tales Told in TechnoHorror, Season 1, Issue 1. I want to do a big shout out to the writer. It is a basically the setup of this comic. It is like an anthology, you know, horror story kind of book where it's just a whole bunch of short stories that are in the book, but it's a little different. Like a lot of people know about the Silver Coin. Recently I have another one that I've reviewed. I'm drawing a blank at the moment. Electric Black is another one from the same line. This one is kind of like horror stories in 2 minutes type thing. You know, they are very quick, tight stories, self-contained. It doesn't seem like there's a continuation. I can give you a hint. Those are all the actual stories, all those little like panels over here. Besides, I think the bottom 2, all those other ones are like the stories, and I think altogether it's 5 stories altogether. First off, this book does an amazing job at horror pinups. Like every single story has an amazing cover behind it, and we're gonna get there. But first off, I hope I pronounce this person's name. I don't know if it's guy or girl, it doesn't matter. They just killed it on the writing. This is Kayaran Taghan. I know I butchered that, but the writer was really good. The art was amazing. I want to say there were stories that had better art than others. I'm not going to go into real depth review because they are real short stories, but the first one is a like underwater horror story. It was actually one of the better stories in the book. I guess that's why they put it in the first one. But let's just say it's got some big sharks in there. I'm not going to leave that too long, you know, in case you want to pause it. But TechnoHorror presents Imposter Syndrome is the second one. It's a more like a spacey type of, you know, and I'll give you some art there. I mean, each one of these are like 1 or 2 pages long. I will say when we get to this one, and there's another Roots of Evil, this story and the art in this book was just really good. I can't show you a lot of this one because this book does offer a small amount of nudity. There are some chest shots. I can show you this one though, but some of the gore and the and I mean, if y'all follow my channel, I don't mind showing the nudity, but I would have to do the 18 or older thing. I don't really feel like doing that. Some more shots from the story. This was more like a girl had touched something in the woods type story, and it's her changing into like kind of like that swamp thing that I just showed you. Next one is 1,000 Teeth, and that one you got to look at this way, and it's just crazy. I mean, this story, all the stories, every single story, they're really good. I mean, some were like a little better than the others, but all of them were like A+ stories. I mean, I really see this becoming a Netflix, Amazon, whoever gets it first, you know, show, because they're such tight, you know, connected stories. And, I mean, it was just fun and done right. I mean, I can't show you that one. I'm sorry. Well, I can. It's not necessarily nudity, but if you catch a glimpse of the girl, you know, she's got the wet T-shirt, you know, thing going. But It was a story set up on alligator gods, you know. Like, I mean, it was actually really fun. Next up, we have like unsafe, and for any, I mean, you could get offended by it, but it was kind of like a clone of Hellblazer. Somebody opens a safe that he's not supposed to, and opens a door that was supposed to be closed forever, and releases some crazy junk. That's all I can say. I mean, man, if y'all have a chance to get this and you're a horror fan, for some reason you missed out on it, you better go get it, because it was fire. I mean, there's not too many comics that I can go nuts over, and this one, it was definitely super fun. I'm going to show you a little more of the pinups that they give you at the end. I mean, the art was just phenomenal. The writing was phenomenal. The pacing of the stories, everything. It was, you know, not too many books can do this. There is a nice little, like, you know, fake little ad at the end here just to top it off. But 4 little quick reviews. I did pick up these, and I'm, you know, anybody from the 80s or 90s will recognize these. Are like, they're supposed to be little like sticker packs that you put, you know, there's a magazine book style that comes with them, and you buy them. And well, my Walmart's kind of stopped with the whole trading cards and comic books. And I can't really find them anymore. If you are not aware of the whole trading card thing that's kind of gotten crazy out there. These are $1 though. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're stickers. And I need stickers for my comic boxes, so I did not find the magazine. But let's see, we got, and this is for Marvel Anniversary. And that's what they feel like. They feel like little stickers. So we got 164, looks like Gwen Stacy, Spider-Verse. I don't know if y'all can see that. We got, let's see, I don't even know what this is. Y'all, maybe somebody out there will know, but I do not know what that is from Marvel. And it doesn't tell me, it just says that it's sticker number 26. Alright, next up, this kind of looks like Namor. Ooh, and it's shiny. I'm not positive, man. And y'all Golden Age and Silver, Bronze Marvel fans, y'all let me know. This is, it says 1, and it has kind of a, like a parentheses or a caption. I don't know what that is over here. I guess that's the special card. Looks like we got another scene from a Marvel panel. I don't know. All these, please. I'm interested to know. Y'all let me know if y'all know any of these. Ooh, this one looks like a connecting one. This is, and then that was number 32. This is number 35, and it looks like the bottom part of Fing Fang Foom. I think so. Kind of looks like them. I got one more pack. They're $1. They only had the 2. I actually would have bought a lot more, especially now that they're extra cool, because I didn't know there were going to be like panels and stuff. Ooh, look at this. We got Earth X 120. That's nice. And I already looked at the next one. The next one's really nice. Got Avengers number 56. What is that? The first appearance of the White Vision. This was West Coast Avengers. What is that? West Coast, or the Avengers number 57. Behold the Vision, and it's one of those shiny ones. But this one just says 56. So I don't know why that other one. Next up, it looks like we got a cool little Captain America. 176. Ah, man, I love this one. I think this is Ghost Rider number 1, but that's Ghost Rider, my boy. I think that's who is it, Danny Ketch? And this is sticker number 81. And this is nice too. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the Immortal Hulk, but that's number 149. I think this is like from his most recent run, or might be the, I don't know, the 2000s. Hey, but for $2, it's kind of cool to get some stickers. Y'all need stickers? Look out for these Marvel Anniversary packs. I'm actually going to look out for more. I think they sell them I've seen them at Walgreens and at Walmart, so keep your eyes out if that interests you. I don't know. Hey, that's my video. You have a great one. I will see you in a few. Like, comment, subscribe, please. If you are new on my channel, if you're just stopping by, please subscribe. Please comment. I am very active in talking to the community, and I really love the community as a whole. I love talking about this. This is the first time I've ever got to talk to people about comics. All right, guys, y'all have a great one.